When Elvis Presley died of a massive drug overdose exactly 30 years ago next Thursday, he left behind, as you know, a mixed legacy that included some of the great movies and music of all time, but also questions about a secret lifestyle that many imagined, but few who really knew about were willing to talk honestly. Now, after 3 decades, we've seen official and unofficial biographies written by almost everyone in Elvis's lives. And just imagine, and lives I said, but that's actually true, he did have many lives. But imagine the secret his secretary could tell. Let's ask her, the author of Elvis, Linda, and Me. We're joined from Memphis by Jeanne Dumas, who for several years was the personal secretary for the king, and she's brought some rare photos from inside Elvis's Graceland mansion. And also, Jeanne, if I could just, I'll read a bit of the forward here from Linda Thompson, who was Elvis's, longtime girlfriend. Jeanne was by my side when I met Elvis and was a big part of my life with him for nearly 5 years. This book captures the joy, the glamour, the excitement, and sadly, the end of the era of my life as Elvis's girlfriend and confidant. So, Jeanne, how...
Actually, I'm sorry, Geraldo. It's Jeannie, like in the bottle. I'm sorry. Everybody knows. They don't even know me as Jeanne, so I just wanted to correct you. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Thank you.
So how should I say it? I'm sorry.
Jeannie.
Genie, like the genie in the bottle.
Yeah.
Jeanne, I get it. So how dysfunctional was Elvis in the 5 years that you were around him?
I mean, he was pretty normal. I mean, as normal as a celebrity of that status can be, and he was marvelous. Of course, very generous, extremely funny, and very spiritual. I mean, he had his highs and lows like everybody else, but he was just a wonderful guy to be around. And I mean, he didn't sit there and dictate letters to us. If anybody thinks that's not the way it went. He slept during the day and was up at night.
So what about when he was shooting the television sets and things like that? Were you around for that?
I actually didn't witness him shooting the TV, but I did witness him shooting the Pantera car because it didn't start. And most people would call AAA, but Elvis could afford to fix it, so that's what he did. He got mad. And how many times would you sometimes want to shoot a car because it's giving you trouble? I know a couple of times I wanted to shoot a car.
I guess I wanted to, but I think most people would. You know, I met Elvis a couple of times.
Yes, I know.
The legendary impresario Jerry Weintraub was my agent, and he took me backstage every time Elvis was in New York.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, in the beginning of the 70s. He was a terrific guy. He had a kind of shyness that seemed, I don't know, it seemed almost a fake shyness in a way. I'm not certain I'm expressing it right, but
a little boy quality, I think, like a childlike, right?
And he was that, and And I couldn't really buy it. I couldn't believe that a guy who's lived a life, with so many millions of people being so entertained by him, would have that kind of demeanor. But do you think that he really loved Linda Thompson, who he was with for those years?
Absolutely.
Do you think that she was the great love of her life, of his life? Was it Priscilla? Was it Ginger Alden?
I think that Priscilla obviously was the mother of his child. He definitely loved Priscilla, but she left, and he found Linda, and I think they had a definite rapport and chemistry. Same sense of humor, contagious laughter between the two of them. And this sweet, baby talk that would go back and forth, just adorable. Elvis needed nurturing. He did nurturing. Linda was everything to him, like a nurse and a lover, a best friend. She was everything, and she took so good care of him that a lot of people felt that if she was with him, that he'd still be alive, which of course, isn't to be.
Jeannie, I've got to go, honey, but I thank you for coming on. Now I know how to say your name. I want you to come back.
I appreciate it, and I just want to say that the book...
the book is Elvis, Linda, and Me.
And it's the collector's edition, because there is a black and white one out there, but it's the collector's edition with 70 pictures.
It's really lovely. Thank you for being with me. We'll be right back.
It's time for your